Welcome to the Geekcentric podcast, and welcome to our special Behind the Geeks episode for Prime Video's Young Sherlock. My name is Nate, and if you're joining us for the first time, well, we are Geekcentric, a podcast celebrating the world of movies, TV shows, games, and all things geek-centric. And let me start by saying today, the game is afoot. We are joined by two of the cast members from the latest Guy Ritchie and Matthew Parkhill-led series, Young Sherlock. A massive, mysteriously sized thanks, as always, to Prime Video Canada for giving us the opportunity to watch this series and then talk to the cast. We're always so appreciative of it. But yeah, today we're joined by Young Sherlock himself, Hero Fiennes Tiffin, and Zine Tseng, who plays Princess Xuan in the show. This was a great conversation. Darcy joined in as well, and we discussed the stunts on this show. The show is filled with fantastic action sequences. We talked about the costuming, as well as what it was like to work alongside Guy Ritchie. And Hero even shared a really cool exclusive behind-the-scenes piece of information about a directing decision for his character that Guy Ritchie actually changed his mind on, and he was very happy that he changed his mind on it. So yeah, really cool to get more insight into the behind the scenes of this massive new series, and it is such an excellent take on Sherlock Holmes. We will have our full review out very soon, but you can catch Young Sherlock as it will premiere exclusively on Prime Video on March 4th, 2026. Now, just before we get to that interview, I want to let you know you can catch all of our most recent reviews for the latest movies and TV shows and games right here on your podcast service of choice. Reviews like Disney and Pixar's Hopper, Shrinking Season 3, and Marvel Television's Wonder Man. Also, be sure to check out our other interviews as well, like our recent interview for the Disney Plus and Hulu series Paradise Season 2, where we spoke with Sarah Shahi, Nicole Bryden-Bloom, and Chris Marshall about what first drew them into the series and what made them want to be a part of this ever-evolving story of Paradise. Be sure to check out all of our interviews either here on your podcast service of choice or over on YouTube at youtube.com/geekcentric. And be sure for all things Geekcentric to follow us on our socials, on Twitter at GeekcentricYT, and on our Instagram and TikTok at We Are Geekcentric. Now, with all that out of the way, I suppose it's time for this mystery to unfold. So please enjoy our interview with Zine Tseng and Hero Fiennes Tiffin. Hey, Zin and Hero, how are you both doing today?
Good, thanks. How are you both doing?
Great. We get to talk to you two about this fantastic show. So we're stoked. Hero, let's start things off. Listen, you've probably already heard this a million times, but Sherlock Holmes holds the Guinness World Record as the most portrayed human character in history. How does it feel?
Second time, actually. I heard that yesterday, and I didn't know that. It probably would have been my first guess, but that's so cool. It's officially, the most, and that can be daunting at first. But then you quickly go, actually, it's probably the least daunting thing because I'm in a big group. I've got plenty of company. And yeah, I've always been a fan of Sherlock, so yeah, it's really, really surreal for me to be getting a chance to have my go at playing the character. And with Guy Ritchie, directing, you're in good hands, and he's proven that he knows how to tell this story. So, yeah, there was nervousness and pressure, but very quickly just let the fun and excitement lead the way.
Well, it's so well deserved. You're excellent in this show, and yeah, I'm excited to. I think we're all excited to, you probably included, to one day see your picture up on in that museum on.
Yes, I think thank you so much. Yes, I am very, very excited to do that.
So Zin, for yourself, your character Xuan kicks a lot of ass in the show, and sometimes in what looks like the heaviest of dresses. What was it like to perform some of these action scenes in that cumbersome 1800s apparel?
Those costumes were really smarted made because our costume designer, Jenny, she's asking me like, how do you like your costume to be made? I'm like, so Jenny, here's the thing, I move a lot in my costume. So please do me the favor of like giving me pants or something. But Jenny came up with this amazing Victorian style of dress when I stay still, but I can also be able to throw a kick, like really stress it to a face level, and it turns into a pair of trousers
Oh.
in movement. So they weren't really bad as your imagination, but they're really good.
So they
And
looked
if
worse
I
than
have,
they actually felt.
it felt amazing. It felt like they can spin off from anywhere. And if I get the opportunity to take something, I take all the costumes. But
Fantastic.
it's, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you looked amazing the entire time through.
Doesn't she? I have to say, Janelle, our costume designer, is incredibly talented, but
Okay.
Zine
Oh.
definitely won the prize for best dressed.
Yeah.
Best dressed. And I'm carrying the legacy, so you can see.
And seeing, you mentioned getting your foot to face level. Hero, I think in the first 2 hours of the show, you're hitting the face at least like no less than 5 times, I think. What goes into taking the perfect punch?
Do you know what? Actually, you do realize, you start to learn to appreciate how incredible these stunt people are in the ability to sell punches. Quite often it's your leading character who does the punching, and it's really on the stunt guys to sell it. But I think it's definitely a lot more difficult for Zine to do the amount of action. I'm by no means saying that I had it tough. But yeah, I think Guy enjoyed that more than he should have. Once he identified that I was excited to fight and that they were taking that away from me. And hey, like now when I watch the show, it's so good having Sherlock not be good at fighting. I'm personally very excited for him to develop that skill as soon as possible, just because I'm jealous of what Zine gets to do. But yeah, I do think Guy would be like, oh, go on, let's hit him again. We can find a way to, you're right. I haven't counted yet, but it's a lot of punches
Bloody
and
nose.
kicks to the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on the topic of Guy, for both of you, Guy Ritchie is known for his very straightforward and decisive direction while filming. Were there any standout moments where his direction rapidly shifted how you went about acting in a scene? And we'll start with you, Zin.
Definitely, every single day working with Guy is on a roller coaster of shifting and changing, but more like a playground. Guy is very good at creating good playground for the players to have fun in the scene, and we got lines and monologues. Heroes got probably 3 pages of monologues to deliver on the same day in one scene. And for me, as English is my second language, I felt the challenge, but I was also grateful because Guy was able to make the line extremely logical, capable for my brain to understand and process, so that I could learn the dialogues within no time instead of reciting it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know that English was your second language. I could have fooled me. So
now it's I'm still translating, but it shouldn't happen because I also coached my British accent with amazing coach. His name is Nick Trumbull, and he was able to make me to deliver the lines without translating or without thinking. But I think my English is perfect for princess.
absolutely. No, absolutely. 100%. Hero, for yourself, was there a moment with Guy that maybe in those first 2 episodes that he, gave you a little bit of direction and it completely changed for you?
I don't think there was one. I haven't actually mentioned this yet, but I'm going to do it now for you guys. On the first day, you don't spend much time doing rehearsals or prep with Guy, but like Zine said, he's very ready to change things on the day. It's always for the better, so you're always happy to lean into it, but you don't really learn the lines the night before because he'll probably change them anyway. You just get as much sleep as possible and just be basically ready for anything. And he doesn't really do many rehearsals, which works for me. As I say, I do love working with him, but he did say to me on the first day, I think we'd already shot a couple of takes, and he goes, I wonder if Sherlock has a little twitch that he should be doing, or some sort of I was like, okay, well, it would have been nice to have more than 4 minutes to develop this before going into the scene. And I think we ended up doing something. I'm not going to say what it is. And it's there in like a couple of scenes, and then we kind of just stopped doing it. And it's like, I was glad we didn't have to carry it through, but basically I was glad that rather than give me he gave me direction, and I was very happy that he then, you know, pulled it away and backpedaled on it. But this is the fun thing about working with Guy, is there's so much freedom to play, and he's so smart and so experienced. He can balance these things. You can try something like that out, and he'll be conscious in the edit that if we didn't go along with it, we don't use the takes where it was present. So yeah, once you trust him and you can lean into that, the show is always, every scene is made better because he's being inspired by things you can only be inspired on the day. You know, when you're sat in a hotel room, it's hard to have great ideas, but when you're there and you see Zine in her incredible costume and she does a little kick for fun without thinking, and you go, oh, how about you put that there? And so I get why he is spontaneous and last minute. It makes it really fun, but it can be challenging when he asks you to do things like that, or gives you 3 pages of dialogue 5 minutes before a scene. And I can only imagine with it, English not being Zine's first language, like, I was, you know, it's tough. So I commend you for all those times when you had to learn your lines in 2 minutes.
Well, I was going to say, you know, I don't think we noticed a single twitch or anything like that. I was like, I didn't see that. So, you know what? I think it works better. You know, you're a very charming individual in real life, and Sherlock is weird enough as it is. I don't know if that would have made as much sense. So I'm happy that.
Thank you. I think that's what it was. I think it was just like how to make him feel like he stands out, and he's definitely not a normal person. So yeah, I'm so glad we achieved that, or you guys think we achieved that without having to figure out what twitch to do in 2 minutes.
Yeah, both of you are so excellent in this series, and I think unlike the answers to a good Sherlock mystery, I think it's pretty obvious that we are so excited and can't wait to see what could happen in another season of this show, and I really hope we get to see that. Again, thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Take care.